In another life, this may have been different.
Waiter.
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
I hear like a tribal drum to our left. They get a little nippy. Hey, don't fucking touch him. I saw waiter. He looked over his left shoulder.
What the fuck is
He looked over his...
My God.
I'll never expect it.
I'll never expect it. What is this line
Turn that thing
bringing
off.
me
Turn
to?
that thing off.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now.
You're an idiot, Brock. You just killed us.
Gallagher's lost.
Gym sauce. Yeah, makes sense, man.
This will be my final resting place.
Very, very tragic, sir. Real. I'm back, Zati. Do you have the hints for me so I can continue?
I need some time to study the
Fuck.
Oh, this is very bad.
Are you respecting the... What made you find this, Dover? Get it, fucking go! Hey there, Delilah. I'm 1,000 miles away, but now I'm searching you for some clues. Ooh! Oh, Delilah, I hope you don't lose. They can't rate us, can they?
I hope not.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's YouTube POV here. As you can see, we've upgraded our video camera quite a bit. I had a Sony a7 II sitting around, so I thought might as well use it because what the fuck? Look at this shit, man. I'm actually so happy with how this looks. It's currently cold as fuck outside, and I'm trying to think of a YouTube video idea that I could do for like a yearly conclusion type of YouTube video on like what I've learned, how I learned it, what worked for me, even though I only got 117 fucking subscribers out here type shit. But like, it's not easy because I'm not doing the typical route that you may want to do on YouTube or any online stuff because I believe in something different. Oh, you think you're special? You think you got the code cracked, perhaps? Well, I think it's a lot cooler for somebody to try to do something different than print and repeat the same exact model copy that's worked for everybody else. Let's be honest, there's a few cool people on the internet each person likes, which is, you know, sort of like interdependent to the person. May like me and so-and-so and PewDiePie, whereas the other person might like I has Cupquake, Sly Fox Hound, and some other N-word. Pause. But the importance of that message is kind of like it means the same thing. These people are individually special because of certain things, and people try to copy and repeat this process and they make some sort of business model out of it, but it's not cool anymore. You can't replicate PewDiePie. You can't replicate it. These people are their own people. So now when I'm struggling to get 10 fucking views on YouTube, maybe one day we'll be getting views and we're not even trying. If I'm truly going to become something that I can imagine in my brain, which I can't even, it's so frustrating. I can't actually output the ideas that I want to input, if that makes sense. Like, I have these crazy ideas and I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to do this and that and 10 other things, and it's very frustrating. It's a very frustrating feeling. You know what? Yeah, let's actually start there. How that's frustrating and what that shows the person that's doing it and who's trying to do these things, because this is all going to wrap together. I'll show you guys some things. The only way for me to actually get closer to these things that I'm talking about is literally just by doing it. So I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to think I make something crazy, awesome, cool, like every next video that I make. But then I realize this shit's actually ass and it's not what I'm putting in my brain. But at least we now are able to associate this goal, right, with something else. We're able to associate this goal with another block. So here, oh, I just made the coolest motherfucking video I ever seen in my whole motherfucking, right? And then you look at it, you rewatch, and you're like, oh, this shit was diaper, bro. This shit was fucking diaper, bro. But at least you know now. At least you know now. Like, this ain't it. Maybe it's a variation of it. Maybe it's like a scent of it, but it really ain't it. And some people do it quicker. Some people do it slower. But with what I have in mind, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do this shit type shit. But I actually have an analogy. If you know another human that said this before, I didn't know that, but I thought of this the other day, and it's going to take a second to explain. I want you to imagine yourself as the captain of your own ship. You have a goal in your mind. You're in this fucking voyage, all right? You got your fucking leg up. We're currently some British men, and we're going to go over to fucking the United States right now and start the American Revolution real quick. But it's your own sauce, you know what I mean? So we're traveling somewhere in the world right now, aka our goal. And, you know, the smaller the goal, the less distance you got to travel. The larger the goal, the more distance you have to travel. And of course, we're talking about water here. You know, we're on a boat. So what the fuck is this guy talking about, you might be thinking? The easier the goal, the easier it's going to be. Although we don't want to take away from people's, like, I don't mean to like belittle anybody. And the bigger the goal, the bigger the dream, the harder it's going to be. And when you have bigger distances, you're going to have more ups and downs, which is the second part of the analogy, the waves. So I think God gives you these ups and downs, and we're going to perceive these ups and downs as the waves that you're traveling across in your boat. You're the captain of your boat. You got to steer this bitch, and you got to make it from point A to point B. And these waves are going to be, you know, different things going on in your life, setbacks, failures, and they're going to get harder and harder and harder as you're getting further away from the beach. So this is your motherland. You're going boom, 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 boom. You're taking the hits. You're rolling with the punches. You're getting further away from the beach, aka you're getting closer to your goal. But at some point, like I have, you're gonna fail. And when you fail, that means your bridge or your hull. That means your hull is cracked. You know, some water is getting in. You're starting to falter. Things are getting heavier, right? So now to do your basic tasks, just to travel, you're fucking dishing water out the boat. You're taking away resources. It's getting harder, right? And this is God testing you. Are you willing to keep going even though you don't have as much progress? And most quit. Most fail, which I have done multiple times in my life because I was unprepared to do anything that I was fucking dreaming of or wanting. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the tools. I wasn't hyped. It's not hyped. I just wasn't able to accept the fact that I wasn't ready, right? And so what happens when you fail is you get sent back to the beach. Your boat breaks completely. You're back on the beach. So now, if you were 70% way there, which you wouldn't know exactly, but let's hypothetically say you were 70% the way there, you just now lost all your 70%, like Geometry Dash type shit. You're back on the beach. At that decision, are you willing to reinvest all that time, take the wisdom that you were given from trip A to now re-exercise this, build a better boat, be able to handle those waves better in order to make trip B possible, right? Which might take time. Might take time for you to even commit to, but the more this happens and the more that you're willing to re-go this voyage, let's call it, and land on the beach once, land on the beach twice, land on the beach 3 times, what the fuck is going on, bro? Our boat ain't boating. The more times you're doing that, you're willing to do that, the more prepared you're going to be every single time for those waves, the more prepared you are going to be for those storms, the things that are setting you back. And eventually, motherfucker, we're going to find land. You hear me? We're going to find motherfucking land. Alright? This is where wealth begins. This is where wealth begins. My boat ain't doing shit. I don't quite understand how this shit works. But once I do, bro, it's also something easy to talk about because it's going to be rather risky, if you will. It's going to be a rather risky expedition, if you will. I know I haven't spoke a single fucking thing about YouTube here, but I'm a little bit convinced that my YouTube process, my YouTube things that I've been, learning, the editing skills and, the clips and all the shit which I'll show, I'm going to show that. I just wanted to do this analogy first because if you're still here, thank you so much. I'm a little bit intense right now because there's a lot of shit going on that one day I would love to tell the internet the full story so they can understand what I've been through in order to inspire others to maybe do the same thing. But I ain't worth nothing yet. Nobody would take me seriously. Over the course of my, let's say, YouTube career, this short year, I was able to produce about 50 YouTube videos. As you can see, this has 5 views. 86, 30, and if you go down, most of them are between 10 and 200 views, which was my highest view count. What I meant earlier with the not so traditional route of YouTube is I'm not trying to farm anything because it's getting a little bit boring not getting the shit I deserve. And I know that might sound like very egotistical, but I've put fucking blood, sweat, and tears in this bullshit. And I'm watching motherfuckers, and maybe some of you feel the same way, but I'm watching motherfuckers on the internet right now that are brain dead, making so much money acting, cosplaying as geniuses. And I'm sitting here, holy shit, man, I wish I could tell you guys what I've been doing in my real life. Suffering is what I've been fucking doing. Suffering. And it feels like it's for nothing, okay? To add a little bit of actual, information and education here instead of just, random mindset fucking, like I sound very, and I apologize for that. It's just I'm in a very intense part of my life right now. I apologize. So the shorts, you don't want to upload, from my experience, you don't want to upload more than 1 a day. It can really mess with your algorithm. And I know this is nothing to some people, but you have to remember, I really do like the process of doing this though. That's the thing. And I like doing it a certain way, and I'm growing and trying to get it better at that way, which was good. But if I start forcing it, I feel like that's where it gets ruined for me. And I genuinely believe the biggest people that have ever done this stuff are themselves. This was when I was posting 3 a day. So I posted these 3 in 1 day, and I think it absolutely ruined something because when I went back to 1 a day, which was right here, it immediately returned my view count, as you can see. So this was 3 in a day, this was 3 in a day, this was 3 in a day, this was 3 in a day. And you can see how I have these videos that only need 11, 7, 18 views. And maybe once you're larger, this doesn't affect, but as a small YouTuber, I recommend you post one short a day, let it have its 24 hours, and then bang it out again, if you know what I'm saying. Thumbnails, I'm still pretty fucking terrible at. I've made all these thumbnails besides 2 or 3, which my friend helped me with. Shout out Wits and shout out Skymine, absolute legend for that. The scary thing for me is I have no idea what the future holds. You know, I'm in university, but I think there's something crazy about to happen. I think that's seriously the key to this shit, guys. I don't know if it's, you know, obviously you can go down to the statistics and dumb it down and like these are the thumbnails that worked and I A/B tested these titles and this works, and then you're a robot, bro. You're Mr. Beast. Like, do you really love this shit, bro? The OGs, the ones that really made it for being them, KSIs, PewDiePies, Markipliers, Casey Neistats, dude, those guys have nothing in common besides maybe PewDiePie and Markiplier make like similar like commentary, but not really nowadays, and they still have that same respect, bro. If I was in Japan pumping a kid into my Italian girlfriend and uploading it right now, ain't nobody watching it, even if it's better than PewDiePie shit. But PewDiePie just has that respect earned, man. He didn't have to sell his soul. He doesn't have to suck a D in order to get views, man. It was earned. There's a reason why these guys are so successful and so respected. Nobody wants to watch my shit either, though, low-key, so what the fuck do I know? If I had to summarize this in one message, it's stay true to yourself. Make your YouTube videos, make your TikToks, make everything, but just make sure you stay yourself, 100 eye to eye with yourself, or at least keep a portion of yourself, of your truest identity, because I think that's the secret to these people really making it, and I myself haven't done that. It's my goal to do that, if anything, and it's hard, it's scary to do that. Be as consistent as possible, do the best work that your body will allow you to, stay healthy, and especially fuck what anybody says. Even if they're quote-unquote your friend, or quote-unquote they're trying to help you out by giving you a suggestion, 99.9% of them don't see the vision in your head by telling me, like, this is what you should do, this is what you blah, 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 blah. Like, I appreciate it, but bro, I'm the one who's sitting here and you know, you're going to be the one sitting there and developing this goal of yours, and it's really, really, really hard. And I'm struggling with it too. It's really, really, really hard to trust yourself when you have nobody and there's nothing and you look insane. But everybody knows the answer. I know what you gotta do, bro. You be spending like 6 hours a day on this shit type shit. Nobody know that though, but I know what you gotta do. So you can't really see the finished product. I couldn't see my finished product. When I first booted up this camera on the first day and uploaded my first video, by the way, don't watch that. Don't watch that. But when I did that, from seeing where I started to where I've gotten now, even when it comes to fucking export settings and my DaVinci Resolve, you know, it's gonna take time for you. I could show you all these settings, but it's honestly, like, it just takes time. Like, you would think, oh yeah, I'm gonna look at my, you know, DaVinci encoder settings. I'm gonna go through my OBS settings, you know, mastermind my audio. I'm gonna do this, and then one day you turn it on, and nothing looks good, nothing sounds good. So then you sit there, what the fuck? YouTube this, Discord this, bro, it's just gonna take time. You're gonna feel really anxious. You're gonna have a lot of stress because you want it to be perfect. 2026 goal: collaboration with Gio Scotti. You guys are unaware who Gio Scotti is? That's my girlfriend. All right. I know this wasn't like the typical advice, you know, like textbook advice, but it's more so just a speakeasy, like, you know, a one-on-one discussion of how I feel as somebody who's been making YouTube videos, and maybe you can relate to it as well. We're gonna see where this next year takes me. I actually can't wait to double down on some things and be able to work way, 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 way harder on this because of, you know, I'll have no choice. There's gonna be a fire lit under my ass, essentially. I will have no choice other than to succeed, which is terrifying. Take that risk, guys. Do what you gotta do. And subscribe to my motherfucking YouTube channel.